Bon voyage!
Hey guys, RJ's Adventures. We're up the coach this morning, and
Willie.
up at the coach, and really, on our way to the camper, the fifth wheel. We're winterizing today, but we come up today while I was gone in Florida. Prior to that, we'd had a guy, friend of ours, come in and measure where the TV goes up here in between the seats. If you remember, we had a curtain across that. Well, I didn't like how it looked, and I can't cut two pieces of wood the same size, so we had him come up and he measured, and he made this. And what it is, it's cork board, so we can put pictures and change out the pictures or whatever we want to do. It's hinged, and that's where the TV used to go, and I think he did a real good job. We gotta put some kind of a
This is made so we can undo this and change the cork board when we wear it out.
with the thousands of pictures.
Thousands of pictures.
Thousands of pictures. Well, he also did the one in the bedroom back here that somebody had cut out, which is this one. If you remember right, there was a curtain across that too at one time, and he made the door for this. I think he matched it about as good as he can get it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Looks really good, but this one he obviously didn't do the cork, but I think it looks a lot better. We're gonna have to get some little magnet or some kind of little latch, because I think it'll end up coming open and vibrating. But we are excuse me, on our way, and on the way over we're going to do a video to go with this one about who we are. Oh yeah, the history of RJ's adventures, the adventures we have had in the 36 years we've been together.
Wow,
married
that's a long
34
time.
all my life. So we'll get out of here, get this locked up, and head over to the camper. It's about an hour away. We won't do an hour video. We're not going to bore you to death, but just a little who we are and where we come from. Well, I know where we come from, but this will continue. Hey guys, we're back in the car, heading over to the camper. Actually, we're going to stop at Camping World and buy a few things. Think I got that right? So, who are we? Who are we?
You know, we're high school sweethearts. Well, I was in high school.
I robbed the cradle. We'll start at the beginning. I went on a fishing trip with my father, and I came home, and this is in 1980. Came home.
August 6th.
Yep. No, July is in July because it's before fair. See, I was right. But got a buddy of mine. I had a '69 Mustang. I hope this ain't shaking. And we jumped in it and ran up to town because I'd been out of town for a week and was checking everything out. And a friend of mine, which is a friend of hers, Sarah, cruised by. And she said, I got somebody I want you to meet. You know, she just moved back down here from Northern Ohio, blah, 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 blah. And met, and it was love at first sight. 3 days later, I had her name on the hood of my demo car, and nothing says true love like that. We got married June 21st, 1982. Been together ever since. 3 boys. Our oldest boy lives in Florida. Veteran out of the Army. While he was in the military, he'd met his wife. They was in AIT. Met his wife, got married. They have 2 kids, which are twins. That's the ones we go down to Florida and visit. And he went to Iraq. She got out of the military, moved back to Florida, where they're from, where she was from. When he came back from Iraq, he did, I think, a year or 13 months, 12 or 13 months. And when he came back, he went back and decided to live in Florida, which was a good choice for him. And they've been down there ever since. We have twin boys that are 29.
You're telling our age now. I know.
You've met the twins in many videos. The one lives close to me, and then the other one lives about 25 miles away. So I've always drove a truck. It's about all I've ever done.
Wait, you forgot 2 grandkids there.
Yes, the one twin that where my coach is parked. He has 2 boys, Tucker and Tate, 5 and 3. 5 and 3, I'd think. But I've always drove a truck. That's all I've ever done. And we decided early in our marriage that we wanted her to stay home and raise the kids. So I went out over the road and drove a truck. About the last 14 years of trucking, I owned my own truck and trailer, and then just a truck for a while. When the boys got up old enough, Josh was graduating high school. She went and got a job just to get out of the house. The twins was coming into high school, and she just decided to get a job. And you worked there about 4 or 5 years.
6.
Hated it.
Oh, I hated it.
So I sent her when the twins graduated. I didn't send her. She went to truck driving school.
Because I couldn't learn from the professional.
You've heard me say many times, I have a couple million miles of driving a truck. It's all I've ever done, but I could not teach her.
But people learn differently.
I couldn't teach her, and it was not my fault. So I spent $2,500, and we sent her to a truck driving school, and she come out with flying colors. And we ran team for 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, it's funny because people always say that I don't know how you can spend, full-timers, you'll hear them say the toughest part is spending that, what am I trying to say? Trying to live in a confined area as an RV is what I'm trying to say. And it's funny because we laugh because we owned a 379 Pete with a 63-inch bunk on it, and that was the width of it. That's all you had was a bed and a few, 15, 20 inches in front of you to get out.
Now, I had some perks in that truck.
Well, you could stand up in it and get dressed, but we'd also put an inverter in it and a generator on it, and we had a refrigerator,
a microwave,
George Foreman, a toaster. We ate all of our food in it. We didn't spend much money out, but we went out and basically chased money. We found our own loads. We did our own thing. We went where we wanted to go. It was probably the best trucking I had ever done in my career, and had the most fun. If we wanted to go to Florida, we went to Florida. Wanted to go to California, we went to California.
We did have fun.
We did. Wanted to get somewhere and take a few days off. We got somewhere and took a few days off. It was basically like full-time RVing, but getting paid to do it. So, but then tragedy struck. We was coming out of California and got into Oklahoma. We was heading to Suffolk, Virginia, and our truck caught on fire on I-40 in Oklahoma, not far from Fort Smith, Arkansas, and totaled it. Our truck, it was paid for. I rebuilt everything on this truck. It was like brand new again, and that was going to be the truck that was going to take me to retirement. So that kind of ended the career, and about that time, I went back driving for a buddy of mine driving his truck, and when you drove your own, it's really hard to drive for somebody. So I decided to retire. And I get the question a lot, how did you retire at age 50? I retired April in 2012. How do you retire? You stop going to work that day. Right?
Kinda.
Yeah, I mean there's more into it, trust me, but you just decide. But Julie,
I got a part-time seasonal job.
Yeah.
For a while that turned into a real job.
Which she climbed the ladder. Climbed the ladder, became a manager, and I kind of like that. I'll keep doing it for a little while. I'm not ready to retire yet. But we have always camped. The first time I ever went camping, I was 9 months old. The first time Julie went camping with her parents, she was really small, and we just both have always camped. Once we got married, we continued that. We had a tent camper. We've had 2 pop-up campers. We had a Class C, our 5th one, our motorhome. We did primitive camping, which is not primitive like you go into a state park with no electric. We did ultra primitive. It was pre-1840. Anything over the date of 1840, you weren't allowed to have. We did that for almost 10 years with the boys.
Oh, our boys loved it.
we took
They learned
vacations.
so much.
Oh, they did. We took vacations all over the place. Mississippi, down the Carolinas, Virginia, West Virginia. We'd go for like 10, 11, 12 days at a time. Oh, big bump. Sorry, guys. So we've always camped, and we've always had that love of camping, and we both have the same goal to sell everything and put what we don't sell in storage, because we do have things we want to hand down to our children. Put it in storage and jump in the motorhome and live in it full time. We downsized about 10 years ago. We was way out in the country, had a 2-story farmhouse that we'd lived in for years, raised our boys in it, and we downsized from that, and we got I got a 40-yard dumpster parked in the driveway and overfilled it, and the guy, when he come to pick it up, complained. I tried to give stuff away. I would tell people to, you know, do you want this? Come and get it. And yeah, I want it, but nobody come and get it. I threw it away. That's how I downsized. I didn't get rid of, there's a few things I've gotten rid of at that point that I kind of regretted, but now 10 years later, I don't regret. And we're getting ready to downsize again. That's basically who we are. We started the RJ's Adventures basically just to share our life, and I don't know so much as to help people, but I have friends and family that watch our channel that normally don't get to see what we do,
Right.
because we don't get to see them, and they can see us through YouTube. And that's kind of how I think a lot of people start their channels off. I think October 12th, it was a year that I started it, a year ago, October 12th, and it's grown. It kind of was slow at first, and then this summer, spring, summer, when, you know, we started doing more, it really took off, and we have a lot of subs and get a lot of comments, and I like it. It gives me something to do, and I think you enjoy it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Maybe not as much as I do.
Well, you're on it all the time. I'm not.
So that's basically it. We're gonna get over and get this thing winterized and closed up, and then start packing the motor home, and I think November 9th is when I'm heading south. So that's basically it. Little rundown of who we are, and I don't know, that's who we are. That's who we are.
Yep. Family's important. Family is probably the most important thing to us. We've always spent quality time together, sometimes not as much quantity.
That's it. We're gonna get over and get this thing winterized and get back home. It's chilly, 52 degrees, and well, hope you guys enjoyed a little who's who. That's what we'll call it, who's who.
Who's who?
Who's who? Yeah.
What's important, huh?
What's important. All right, guys, like and subscribe. Hit the old like button down there. I did do a winterizing video, one of the first couple I did, and I'll see if I can figure out how to put a link up here somewhere with it. You can click on it. No sense in me doing another one, because all I'm doing is the same thing over again. So you guys have a nice day and a nice weekend, and we'll see you later.